What is a safe harbor 401k plan? The IRS implements certain rules in 401k plans to help keep the balance of benefits as equal as possible for both the employer and highly compensated employees and other employees. What is a highly compensated employee, or an HCE? A highly compensated employee is a 5% or more owner of the business, or an employee who earns more than $140,000 in 2022. What are the limitations in a traditional 401k plan on a highly compensated employee? A traditional 401k plan is subject to a couple of different tests. One of these tests is considered the ADP ACP test. This test looks at the average deferral percentage of your non highly compensated employees and looks at what the average deferral percentage of the highly compensated employees is. There's certain limitations that only allow the highly compensated employees to be at a certain subset of what the non highly compensated employee is. For example, if the average deferral percentage of a non highly compensated employee group is less than 2%, the highly compensated employee group is only allowed to do 2 times that amount. For another example, if the non highly compensated employee group averages more than 8%, the highly compensated group is allowed to do 1.25 times that amount. Along with the ADP ACP testing, key employees are subject to top heavy testing. Key employees are different than highly compensated employees, although many times they are the same employees. A key employee is defined as an officer making over $185,000, a 5% or more owner, or a 1% or more owner who makes over $150,000. Top heavy testing: at the end of the plan year, key employees cannot own more than 60% of the assets in the plan. If this test is failed, a company contribution may be required to correct it. That company contribution may be up to 3% of eligible employee compensation. How can a safe harbor plan help you? Safe harbor plans allow you to get a free pass on ADP ACP testing. They allow you to get a free pass on top heavy testing, which allows for the highly compensated employees and owners to maximize their personal contributions to the plan. What are the requirements for a safe harbor plan? A safe harbor plan requires an employer contribution. That employer contribution can be a contribution of 4% in the form of a matching contribution, or a non-elective contribution of 3%. A non-elective contribution is an equal percentage to all eligible employees regardless if they participate or not, whereas the matching contribution requires the employee to participate at least the 4% level in order to receive the full match. Also, the employer contribution must be immediately vested upon receival from the employee. So the matching contribution or the non-elective contribution is immediately vested by the employee, and they can take that if they were to terminate service with the employer. You may, however, add additional employer contributions in the form of additional matching or profit sharing that may be subject to vesting. The result of this will give you the free pass on the ADP ACP testing as well as the top heavy testing, which allows the owners and the highly compensated employees to maximize their personal contributions to the plan. Even if no employees partake and you're offering the match, you still qualify for the exemptions. To learn more, feel free to send me an email at jstaszak@cpsgo.com or give me a call at 678-252-9764. Thank you.